have been searching for Lunéville embroidery supplies and ended up with a list of 30 things you supposedly need. Stop right now. I started with 6 items and I'll tell you exactly what they are, why each one matters and where to find them. And I'll tell you what to skip completely. The Luneville hook. This is the one tool that is truly unique to this technique. You cannot substitute it. The hook goes into a wooden handle and works like a very fine, very precise crochet hook, but you hold it upside down, above the fabric.
Now, here is something that beginner guides don't tell you. Luneville hooks are mostly made by artisans. You won't always find a big brand name on them. What matters is that the handle has a housing that fits precisely the number 80 needle. Why does this matter? Because if the needle has too much room inside the handle, it will tilt slightly while you are working, and that tilt will cost you precision and frustrate you endlessly at the beginning. The right size to start is number 80, not number 70, not number 90. The 80 is the most versatile for beginners. Look for it specifically and confirm with the seller that the handle is made for that size. Links to verified suppliers in the description, both for Europe and the US.
The frame. Luneville is worked on a frame, fabric stretched completely flat, both hands free, one above with the hook and one below passing the thread. This is non-negotiable. Now, here I'll give you 2 paths depending on where you are in your journey. If you already know that you want to pursue this technique seriously, invest in a proper rectangular frame, wooden frame with stretched bars. The size I recommend is 60 per 100 centimeters. It's large enough to work real projects on, and the frame construction keeps your fabric evenly taut without distortion. If you're still not sure and you just want to try the gesture, a simple embroidery hoop works well too. You can clamp it to your desk or use one that has its own small stand to hold it upright. This costs much less and gives you room to explore before committing. The floor stand, only if you're certain that this becomes part of your life. When I studied at Les Arts in Paris, for homework and hotel room practice, we simply rested the frame across 2 armchairs. Elegant? No. Effective? Completely. Fabric. This is where I'll be very direct with you because I see this mistake constantly. You need silk organza, not tulle. Tulle is different fabric and will not teach you the correct gesture. Not polyester organza, even though it looks similar and costs less, but polyester will make you miserable. The hook catches differently, the stitch doesn't form cleanly, and you will blame yourself when the problem is the fabric. But I remind you, it's only for beginners. If you're an expert in Luneville embroidery, then of course you will be able to embroider on every fabric. Silk organza is the correct fabric because it teaches you the right movement from the very first stitch. The hook passes through it at the correct resistance. The chain stitch forms the way it should. Your hands learn, your muscles learn the right movement. I know it feels like spending more at the beginning, but it isn't. It's saving yourself weeks of confusion. Thread. For the thread that runs through your hook, you have 2 good options to start with. The classic is filagan en chinois, a glazed cotton thread French, made since the 19th century. It's fine, strong, and glides through the hook perfectly. It's used for bead embroidery both with needle and with Luneville hook, and it does a knot. If you can't find it, Gutermann number 120 polyester thread is a solid alternative, widely available, consistent and smooth enough for the technique. What you should not use to start, even if it's wildly available worldwide, is DMEC mouliné, This embroidery floss has a different twist. It's made to be split and worked by needle. It's very fragile, and when you try to work with it with Luneville hook, it just splits very easily and you will be frustrated a lot. And another advice I want to give you: buy just one color, one spool, one color. Practicing with 20 colors does not help you to learn the stitch any faster. Beads and sequins, they are not optional extras, they are part of the essential starter list. The Luneville hook is built precisely to work with them, and without them you're only using half of what this technique can do. For beads, you have two situations. If you want to start immediately without threading anything yourself, look for pressed trunk check glass beads. These come already on a thread sold in hanks, and you just need to transfer them onto your working thread from the technical thread, we call it technical thread, the thread in which it is sold, to a work thread. So you just pass them forming a knot. Czech beads have been produced in Bohemia for centuries. The main brand you'll find is Preciosa. They are uniformly shaped, pretty good quality, and made for this kind of work. If you buy loose beads instead, perfectly fine. Look for Japanese seed beads. Miyuki or Toho are both excellent. The key word is uniformity. Irregular beads will create an irregular surface and will cut your thread if they are broken. Two sizes: 9/0 to start, slightly larger, friendlier when you're learning the rhythm, and 11/0, which is the size you'll use for most serious embroidery work. For sequins, same principle. Get them pressed strong, it makes working much faster. Two sizes, 5 or 6 millimeters, to learn the gesture easily, and 4 millimeters, which is the workhorse size in professional work. The reference for pressed trunk sequins for Luneville are French or Italian sequins, which are both very good quality and used in haute couture work. Their sequins are sold through specialist embroidery suppliers, and I will put the links in the description. Before I go into what you don't need to buy, I want you to know that I have a complete beginner course in Lunéville Embroidery entirely in English that's coming very, very soon. Join the waitlist with the link in the description, and you'll be the first to know when enrollment opens, and waitlist members get access to a special founder prize. I only open registrations to a small group at a time, so if this is something you want, get on the list now. Alright, back to your shopping cart, let me save you some money. Let me be quite quick here, because these are the things that you don't need yet and that the internet will try to sell you.
Specialty threads, silk, metallic, thick decorative threads, these all are wonderful. They are also unforgiving if you are a beginner. Metallic tangles. Heavy threads will pass with difficulty in your organza, and they will catch on your hook. Learn the gesture on cotton first and upgrade when your hook moves without you thinking about it. A full beginner kit of unknown origin. You've probably seen them. 60 euros, 80 euros, contents unclear, hook of unknown size. The frame may warp, the hook may be too loose in the handle. Buy individual items from sources you can verify. 12 colors of everything. You are learning a movement. One color of thread, one or two colors of beads. That's your classroom. It's really enough. Do not buy 20 colors. They are unnecessary now. It's better then that you choose them for a concrete project in the future.
Where to buy all these supplies and instruments? I've put specific links in the description for both Europe and the US, verified sources for everything I mentioned. That's everything you need to begin learning the technique that took me to Paris, to London, and eventually to teach inside a very old farmhouse in the hills of Abruzzo. If you want to learn properly with real technique, real progression, and no confusion about what you're doing and why, My Luneville beginner course is in the description. There is a waitlist for the next English cohort and it fills up. Save this video for when you are shopping and leave your questions in the comments. I read everyone.